Hey, what's up, everyone? You're watching the pro division in the 999 pound and up AGF division here in Chattanooga. This was April the 12th. I had signed up for all the gi, no gi, and challenger divisions for black belt in my age and weight. No one signed up. So Matt Rabine, who I'm going against right now, was signed up in the pro division. We've won against each other before in the past. We're both in our 40s. He both wrestled before, both teach jiu-jitsu. So I thought it'd be just a good match. Try to get some points on the board for my team to win some of those team awards. After the cutoff, though, I noticed they let someone else sign up, and turns out he's a much younger, like younger than half our age, ex-wrestler, really athletic guy, getting the division. So I knew that was going to be fun. So we got in our bracket and everything. Me and Matt's going back and forth here. Like I said, just to get some points on the board. I've already been coaching all morning. I was a little bit exhausted already, but I had to try to have a good showing for my team here. Just trying to set up the takedown and get on top, get those early points. Bam, we got a little nice outside single there, treetop, and let him down easy there. Okay. I try not to slam anyone if I don't have to. I got the elevation. Well, I think I got the elevation points. If their feet go over your hips, you're supposed to get elevation points on that. Maybe I didn't get them. Right here, just controlling. He was getting his frames in. I'm just staying heavy. I don't have to be in a rush now. I'm up. I kept framing my throat a little bit there. He's on my shoulder there. I was already looking at it. I don't know if you guys see it yet or not, but and then he kept pushing here. I kept giving him the chance to pick somewhere else to put his hand, but I was thinking, okay, if he keeps putting it there, I'm just going to go ahead and go for this. So I bait him a little bit here to see if he's going to do it again. Get my head down. He gets that frame in, and there we go. Wrist lock. I think that's actually my first wrist lock in competition ever. It was just there, get it when you can kind of thing. So he went on and went against the other guy. The other guy's name is Michael Heyliger. I think I said that right. He ended up getting the takedown and got the arm lock on Matt. So then we matched up in the finals. Like I said, any opponent I have, I'm going to look him up and see if I can see anything on him. And I seen, his wrestling career. He's not been out of high school very long, and really good wrestling career. Good jiu-jitsu. I think he just went to the Pans not too long ago. I was there as well. There's a lot more age divisions up here. But, we're just kind of feeling each other out here on the feet. AGF has that new rule that if you pull guard, you give your opponent a point. So, I felt confident on the ground for sure with him. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I've just got some experience on him on the ground. But I didn't want to give him a point just in case he was super heavy on top. And it was 5-minute rounds. That goes quick. Thought I'd go for the takedown. So we're looking for setups here. Not trying to give anything away too soon. If he watched any of my footage, he kind of knows what my takedowns are mainly. But I'm just getting some different looks here. Like I said, I'd already been coaching all morning. Wasn't trying to get into any long, grueling matches if I didn't have to. But we're just creating those openings, trying to make him step. Hoping to get that left leg in front if possible. I think right here might be where I go for the takedown. I believe so. Unfortunately, we're so close to out of bounds. Yeah, right there. I get in deep, but we are just right there out of bounds. That was not a bad setup there. That got me in on it. I should have held that back, kept that in my back pocket until we got closer to the inside. So we set up again here, and I think he kind of realized, okay, this guy can get in on me, so he's going to take his own shot here in a minute. Unfortunately, if you watch any of my other videos and from the Pans, you know that my right knee, I have some torn meniscus in there. It happened right before the Pans. It's been doing all right, but in certain positions, I just can't really, use it like I want to. And here in just a minute, I've been trying to keep that leg away from him, and he snatches it up pretty well here. And I just went with it, He deflected that one really well. Like I said, I already kind of showed my cards on that one. He shot in there. I was going to get that neck. If he took me down, I was just going to get that neck, finish it quick. But he's good, very game competitor here. Like I said, very young guy. He's going to have a really good career ahead of him if he keeps it up. He's already got a good career going on, most likely. But I believe it's right in here where he ends up snatching a little single on me here. Let's see. I don't know what I was doing. I might have got a little lazy or something. hand fighting, something like that. There he goes. Boom. He got under there, got the leg. That was nice. And that's that leg. So right, automatically I'm on the ground. Let's get to work. I'm already behind 2 points. If you get a strong submission attempt, it's worth a point. I'm not the biggest heel hooker because I don't like having to try to finish him, but the leg was there. I went for it. I was thinking this guy, being younger and stuff, might consider tapping, once I got the heel, just because no one wants an injury like that. But right here, I put it to the other side, bite down, and I get this thing locked. And I mean, he was keeping his cool, but like my next move was just like ripping the thing, and I just could not bring myself to do that to a young athlete like that. That's probably why I don't do heel hooks that much. So he works his way out of it. I think, well, I'll get another bite. Maybe he'll. I went for like a straight ankle there. Then I got another bite here. Say, okay, maybe he'll change his mind. He did a nice little roll, but right here it's pinned again, and I'm just not putting my upper body into it. I end up letting go because I'm just not going to rip the guy's knee. It's Chattanooga tournament. I look at the clock though, 1:30 left. I'm down 2. I got to do something to score, so I do the old, hey, there's my foot. Some people can't resist going for counter leg locks, and I knew my counters were good, so he took the bait, little spin there, got on top. There's my 2 points. Their rules, if you are the last one to score, you're winning. So even though we're tied, I'm winning. And actually, they should have given me a point for the strong submission attempt. Actually, maybe even 2 for the 2 separate heel hook attempts. It's supposed to be like you're supposed to be able to do nothing else to have to try to finish it, and they're having to defend. So I'm here. There's less than a minute. I'm winning. I'm just kind of chilling here on the knees. Chilling too much, really. He sets up, so he's still got the fever here for the legs, which is fine with me. I don't mind defending him. It just gives me another opportunity to stay on top. I actually was going for the back here, but he held onto the foot pretty well. But right here, I come in, and this was game over in my eyes. I get here, I get under his elbow, I lock my hands, and it's kind of, for me, just a matter of time right here. This felt very strong, had the heavy shoulder pressure. And then if you look to the right here, his coach, the girl that was cornering over there, she threw the bag in. So they stopped the action, 10 seconds left, and she's sitting here saying that should have been a point for him for the heel hook attempt. I, here in a minute, argue with her that the knee line was never in, so it can't be a solid attempt. And if that was an attempt, a point, then mine was a point for sure. But it was really aggravating, though, because 10 seconds left, I had all that pressure on. I'm not saying he'd given up, but I'd felt him, like, the tension go down a little whenever I locked that shoulder pressure.
I didn't feel that.
So I threw my own bag in right there. Like, hey, what about my hook? They told me it was too late. Mine didn't count. Now look at this reset. I tried to, like, go under head, get shoulder pressure. This was... I don't know. They kept going back and looking at the camera. He works there. He worked this ring the whole time. I'm not saying they were trying to help him out, but man, look, they moved me to here. Then they add 8 seconds back on the clock. They said that she threw the bag at 18-second mark. The position didn't change though. The ref didn't stop there 10 seconds. I don't know what the rule is on that. Here in a minute, though, we'll go back and look. And actually, she threw the bag at 16 seconds, if that even matters. But what matters most to me is looking at this position and this restart. Totally different. I should have argued more. There's the bag and the getting thrown in, the time in the position that we're in. I should have pulled up our phone cameras and argued about it. But I was like, well, I'll just ride this out for, I guess, 18 seconds now. But it gave him a position to do this. Hey, he had some strong hips. And I was like, well, I should have argued more about keeping that position. He's a very explosive guy. And I broke my finger right there. That's the worst thing about all this. Now I got a broke finger. It's hard to train. I knew he was just going to be trying to blast me through this to the last few seconds and everything. I just, stay defensive. I'm not going to give him an opportunity to beat me here after everything we already went through. That finger came out again. I had to reset it. But yeah, here he goes. One last shot here. Stuff it. Time runs out. But man, it was a good. Hats off to him. Awesome match. Tough guy. Wasn't really what I was looking to get into that day with all the coaching that I was doing. Definitely not my best performance, but we got the W. I got 9 points for my team. We ended up getting gold in kids gi. We got second in kids no gi, only losing to the combined Gracie Baja Association by really not that many points. And then we went on to win the best overall association, which was pretty cool. And then also the best gym, which is a new black plate they do. I'll throw some pictures in it here. Actually, they're probably looking at it right now. And I really wanted that one. That was like a new thing they're doing. And, this is kind of our area, Chattanooga and Cleveland area. And I just, meant a lot for my students to step up. The kids, man, just put points on the board. They did amazing, super training hard. I got to step in there and do my part. And a lot of them haven't got to see me compete. So I wanted to step in, put on a little show. But, man, we were there all day coaching, all my coaching staff, just everyone's so proud of them. Looking forward to the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.